Hey everybody, my name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. I wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of The Morning Show. I'm the creator, the producer, and the host of the show. We want you to check out our website. It's themorningshowwithnatalie.com. You can go to that website. You can see all about our sponsors, all about the show. You can even listen to live episodes while they're going on right there from the website. Another way to listen to the show live is go to Live 365. You can download that app and just search for The Morning Show. It's right there. Super easy. We want you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you will. That way you can keep up with what's going on the morning show. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. You're listening to The Morning Show, and it's Thursday. And on Thursday, we like to throw it back to a classic hit from the 80s and the 90s. And today we're going to talk about a song that was always special to me. We've had the Kingsmen on our mind a lot lately. We just did a tribute to the Kingsmen here recently on the show. And today we want to throw it back to a hit by the Kingsmen back in 1992. And we've got one of the greatest guys I've ever known. Parker Jonathan used to be with the Kingsmen, was there a long time. Parker, are you with us this morning?
I am. It's good to be with you. Thank you so much.
Well, Parker, I have some great memories of you. When I was a little girl, my sister and I, we would sing. We were from close to Jackson, Mississippi, and the Kingsmen would come to the city auditorium there. And sometimes they would come to the Temple Theater in Meridian. And Big Jim would always let me and my sister, we were the Duncan sisters back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always,
remember.
he'd let us come up on stage and sing with the Kingsmen. And you guys were just so kind to us and precious. And you helped create a love for gospel music in my heart, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad for that. I really am. A lot of times, an artist may not acknowledge the eagerness of some of the young artists. Mm-hmm. And Jim Hamill always instilled that in us, and I'm glad for that. I'm thankful for that.
Well, Jim was the best at it, that's for sure. But all of you, all of the Kingsmen were just great people, and you were so kind to us. And I won't ever forget that, Parker.
Well, good. I'm glad. I do remember you as well. You and your sister coming around and singing, and you dressed up, you dressed together or alike rather, and in those flowery dresses. I remember them.
Yeah, and then one year we went to ski retreat up in Boone, North Carolina. I think it's been a week or two up there together. So we had some fun days. It's been a long time ago, though. A long time ago. Yeah. Well, I'll say this, Parker. When you came along the scene, I was already a huge Kingsman fan. To me, that was just the peak. That was just the era of the King. You had the Gold City and the Kingsmen, and that was just their day. When I was a kid. And when you came along, we thought you were the coolest thing ever because you were so different, that you were just not what you expected to see on the stage. First of all, you were from Buffalo, New York, and there's just not a lot of Southern gospel singers from Buffalo. And and we thought it was the coolest thing because you are a full-blooded Seneca Indian, and we just were fascinated at that. You just stood out in a lot of good ways.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you remember me like that.
Yeah, you were a cool dude. Well, you were with the Kingsmen from 1989 to 2002. That's about 13 years. And you stood on the stage with some legends. You got to sing with some greats.
I had some great teachers. Jim Hamill was fantastic. When we started transitioning, when he was going to retire, he would take some time off on the road, and he would coach us along as we were out there together, and then eventually just kind of let us go, and we did our thing. And but he was a great teacher. Eldridge as well, a wonderful mentor, and we all learned from some good teaching.
Well, it looked like Jim Hamill kind of passed that torch on to you as far as kind of controlling the stage and doing the MCing and just kind of running that show. It looked like he passed that down to Parker Jonathan.
Yeah, he did. And actually, that was, I believe, that was kind of part of the reason why they hired me, was because I was doing the MC work for the group I sang with prior to joining the Kingsmen. And they just they knew that Hamill was going to be retiring and coming off the road at some point in the future. And they were just planning for that. And Eldridge Fox was always looking down the road. Even when we were traveling and singing, he was always looking out for people to take different spots in case he needed somebody, and so he's looking at piano players, and he's looking at tenor singers, and he's looking at lead singers and bass players, and just keeping his eye open for talent that he might want to groom, and so he had that eye.
Well, the Kingsmen sure groomed some good ones through the years. That's for sure. Well, let's talk about a specific song. On Thursdays, we like to throw it back to a specific hit and kind of talk about it. And there was a song that came out in 1992 and ended up spending 4 months on the Singing News charts at number one. And I'm sure it was number one in a lot of places. But just when you go back and look at the Singing News, you can find 4 months that it was right there at number one. And it's that special song, "Wish You Were Here." What do you remember about that song, Parker?
I was thinking about this when you and I were talking about doing this interview. I got to thinking about the first time I heard that song. We were getting pitched a lot of music. Every time we would get ready to record, of course, the writers would all know it, and they'd start pitching songs to us. And so we'd go through a ton of songs, listening to a bunch of them. And this song came along, and Eldridge was excited about it. I mean, he was beyond excited about this song. And then Hamill heard it, and he got excited about it. It seemed like all the guys were really excited about it, except for me. And I just did not do much for me, I guess, and I don't know why, but it just didn't at first. And the more I got used to it, and the more I got to listening to it and realizing the impact that it would have on people, then I grew warm to it. But the Kingsmen were pitched a lot of great songs over the years, and missed several of them. "Midnight Cry" is one. The Kingsmen got pitched "Midnight Cry."
Surely not. Surely
they turned it down.
Wow.
The Kingsmen turned it down. So Gold City took it. But this one they weren't going to turn down. And I'm glad, because it's been blessing people all over the country. I just heard it at a funeral just a few months ago. Yeah. It's still blessing people even today.
Well, there's still something a little magical about that song. I remember where I was the first time I heard it. I remember how it affected me, and I still hear it today and still get those chill bumps, and you think about certain people and certain things. So it's just a great song, and I'd like to honor that song today. Let's play it right here on the morning show. Here's throwing it back to 1992. Here's the Kingsmen, "Wish You Were Here."
I can just see them walking on the shores of heaven, praising the Lord and watching the tide roll in. Friends that have gone on, oh, how I miss you so. Somehow I know if you could, that you'd let me know that you're doing fine and it doesn't hurt anymore. Things couldn't be better, and heaven is worth waiting for. Miss me too. Until then, you'll be praying for me. And I know if you could talk to me now, that here's what you'd say to me. Wish you were here. It's such a beautiful place. Nothing but clear sunny day. It never rains and no one complains, and we haven't seen a tear. We're having a great time. Wish you were here. secure in his love. Friends and loved ones walking in heavenly peace. And I know if they could talk to me now, then here's what they'd say to me. Wish you were here, it's such a beautiful place. Wish you were here, nothing but clear sunny days. It never rains and no one complains, and we haven't seen a tear. We're having a great time. Wish you were here. Well, it never rains and no one complains, and we haven't seen a tear. Oh, we're having a great time, and we wish you were here.
All right, there's that terrific song that we've been loving a long time. Wish You Were Here by the Kingsmen. Parker, did you ever get to like it a little bit more than you did the first time you heard it?
You know, we're standing on the stage singing that song, and I guess you realize what a big song it is when the audience is singing along with you.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
the first time I saw that, I was blown away. I'm thinking, man, these people know this song.
Yeah.
And of course, we got requests for it every night. But when you get up there and you sing, you're watching the people, and they're mouthing the words with you. You know, it's
Yeah.
blessing people and turning them on.
Well, sometimes I guess even if you don't like it, you just got to go, well, everybody else does, so I'm going to jump aboard too. Well, before you leave, I know you're super busy, but while we've got you, can we go back and talk about one more of those Kingsman songs? There's so many. You can't name a favorite, and I'm not even going to try to start listing Kingsman hits because there's too many of them. But there was another one that caught my eye that I always liked, and it spent 4 months at number one as well in 86 and 87. So we're going back even further. But it's that song, Stand Up If You Love Jesus. Do you remember that one, Parker?
Oh yeah, I remember that well. Yeah, that was a great song, and one that the people enjoyed singing, and they enjoyed getting into it with us as well. That was a great song.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun because you had the tenor and the bass. You know, you had those two main parts that got featured a lot. Parker, it just dawned on me, I should have picked one that featured Parker Jonathan. Oh, goodness gracious, how rude of me. Parker, we're gonna look. We're gonna go back and correct that in just a minute. What was I thinking? But I've already started this, so we're going to roll with it. Is anything else you want to say about Stand Up besides the fact that you're not featured on it? I'm sorry, Parker. My bad.
Oh, it was a wonderful song. It was recorded live at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Opry House, and the Kingsmen were supposed to do it outside in the park. I don't know if folks remember Opryland, the theme park. You know, that was here in Nashville, and they were supposed to record the song then, and something happened technically or whatever, and they didn't get it, so they decided they were going to move it into the Opry House and record it that night, do a full concert that night, invited a bunch of people over, and they did it there at the Opry House. So it was a live recording done in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry, and it was just a great song.
Well, I always loved that live recording. Let's play it now. Throwing it back to the Kingsmen. We're going back even further to 1986 with Stand Up.
Have you ever had a bad day, ever had a sad day, nothing is going just right? Then you give it all to Jesus, lay it down and leave it, soon you find an answer inside.
Stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up, identify. Stand up and tell us all about it. Stand up and testify.
Have you ever had couldn't make it, then you let him take it. Soon you find the load disappears.
Stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and identify. Stand up, tell us all about it. Stand up and testify. Yeah.
Well, I thought I was a he-man, thought I knew it all, man, thought I knew what to do. I thought I was a hero, but I wound up a zero. Jesus said you ain't through.
Stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and be identified. Stand up, tell us all about it. Stand up and testify. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and be identified. Stand up, tell us all about it. Stand up and testify.
You gotta testify.
Yeah! Yes, sir! You like that? I tell you what, give me a little music here, boys. I know what I want to do right now. This album that we're doing is going to be played all over. And I want the folks that hear the album to know that the people in Nashville, Tennessee, and Opryland are glad to stand up for Jesus. Are you glad to be able to stand up for Jesus this afternoon? Amen. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have old Squeaky here sing his verse again. And then I'm going to point to you, and I want you folks to do the stand-ups. Let's let the people all over the world hear you. Come on, Squeaky.
Well, I thought I was a he-man, thought I knew it all, man, thought I knew what to do. I thought I was a hero, but I wound up a zero. Jesus said you ain't through.
If you love Jesus and be identified, tell us all about it and testify. Let's do it one more time. Yeah. And you love Jesus and be identified. Tell us all about it and testify.
You gotta testify.
Have you enjoyed the Kingsman? Have you enjoyed the Kingsman? I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Yeah. I just stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and be identified. Stand up. Tell us all about it. Stand up and testify.
Well, I thought I was a he-man, thought I knew it all, man, thought I knew what to do. I thought I was a hero, but I wound up a zero. Jesus said you ain't through.
Stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and be identified. Stand up. Tell us all about it. Stand up and testify. Stand up if you love Jesus. Stand up and be identified. Stand up. Tell us all about it. Stand up and testify. Have you enjoyed the Kingsman and Opryland? If you have, let them know it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah!
There's that great song, Parker. I want to thank you for spending some time on the morning show. We appreciate you taking time to be here.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I think you're an incredible singer. Even though I didn't feature any of the songs that you were featured on, I'll remedy that. You're an incredible singer. You have an incredible legacy in gospel music, and we appreciate what you have contributed to this industry.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Natalie.
Parker, tell us what song you told me during that last song, one that you wanted to end out on. Tell me which one you like.
He's All I Need is a fantastic song, and we ended that song with that chorus. He's all I need. He's all I need. Jesus is all I need, and we would get the audience to sing that with us a lot of times. The National Quartet Convention, the year that song that came out, and folks haven't been to the Quartet Convention at that time, it was in the round, and the stage was in the center of the room, and everybody was around us, and Hamill had the whole audience singing "He's All I Need," and that was an awesome, incredible experience to hear 20,000 voices singing "He's All I Need" and just standing in the middle of it all, and it was a tremendous experience and something I'll never forget.
What a memory. Parker, thank you for being here today. You have a friend here on the morning show.
Thanks, Natalie. Have a great day.
You too. Talk soon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Friend. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's all I need when I just need someone to talk to. He's always there to hear my prayer each time I've called him. All my needs he will supply, my thirsty soul he'll satisfy. And he's all I need. He comforts me when I'm weary, eases every pain, fills my deepest longing. Time and time again, he's my soul's inspiration, my heart's consolation. He's my everything. He's all I need. He's all I need. I dare not turn to any other, for he's a friend that's closer than any brother. And on this friend I can rely to be my strength as life goes by. He's the Lord of all, and he's all I need. He comforts me when I'm weary. Jesus, every pain fills my deepest longing. Time and time again, he's my soul's inspiration, my heart's consolation. He's my everything. He's all I need. He's all I need.
Amen. Sing it with me. He's all I need. Sing. He's all I need. Jesus is all. Jesus is all I need. He's all He's all I need. Jesus is all I need. Boy, there's a lot of truth in there. He's all I need when the doctor shakes his head and walks away and said there's nothing else I can do. He's all I need when the bank account's empty. He's all I need when the job's gone. He's all I need when the family's broken up and is on the rocks. He's all I need when that son or that daughter is so rebellious you can't do anything with them, and you've been to therapy and everything else. He's all I need when the nation is shaken at the very foundation. He's all I need when it don't seem like anything's going to work out. He's all I need when the storms of life rage round about. I'm glad as a born-again Christian, not just somebody that signed the church card or shook the preacher's hand, but somebody that over 50 years ago said, come into my life. I'm glad I can say that. And I'm glad he's all I need. Boys, you got me wanting to sing. Now, this is let's do that thing and let me put that ending on there. Timmy, you're a mighty good singer, but you got to get a little louder there in spots. He's all I need. Here we go. He's all I need. He's my everything. He's all I need. He's all I'll ever for the rest of my life I'll ever need. Yeah. Now let's give the Lord the biggest hand of all. That's why we sing. Yeah. Now, I tell you what, I want to do something right here. Testimony meeting.